Today, we're talking about bees. Honeybees are fascinating. Got a chance to see them up close with sweet stingers in apiary. The biggest thing we learned is that there is a lot to learn. So we are going to break down what we learned into multiple videos. In this video, we are going to talk about the different bees and how they make up a bee colony. A large family group of bees is called a colony. A colony is usually made up of 20,000 to 80,000 bees. Average is about 60,000 bees. The colony lives in a hive, which is a bee house. Hives can be man-made like those used by beekeepers or natural hives in enclosed spaces, like a hollow tree. The colony has 3 kinds of honeybees. This is the queen, and these are the drones, and these are the workers. This is the queen right here. Queens are the largest bees. You might think she is in charge, but she only has one job, to lay eggs. And she is very good at it. She can lay up to 2,000 eggs a day and over 1,000,000 eggs over the lifetime. She typically lives 2 to 3 years, but she can live 5 years or more. She has a stinger and can use it repeatedly, but she seldom stings anything other than rival queens. This is the drone, the fattest one.
So this is a drone. That's a drone bee. You want to hold him?
It can't sting.
It can't sting? That'd probably fly off. There you go. That is a drone right there.
Drones are slightly smaller than the queens. These are the male bees, and they only have one job, to mate with the queen. Since queen bees only mate once in their life, most drones never do anything. If they do mate with the queen, they die immediately afterwards. They have no stinger and cannot sting, so they can't defend the hive. They don't have the body parts to collect nectar and pollen, so they can't help feed the hive. So typically they live about 8 weeks, but sometimes of the year, to save the colony resources, they get kicked out of the hive and starve. And this is the worker. It is small. She may be small, but she rocks. Worker bees are females, and they are the smallest of the 3 types. They take care of the queen, build the hive, protect the hive, control the temperature in the hive, and feed the hive. They also make decisions on managing the hive, such as when to make a new queen, when to split into 2 hives, and when and where to swarm. They have stingers and will use them when necessary, but when they do, their stinger is left behind and they'll die. So a worker bee will only sting when they or the hive is threatened.
There's a sting right there. I ran over her on an accident, so she can't get out and stuff. She has a barb on her tail, and they do hurt. But I was going like this and I ran into her. She didn't sting me on purpose. That was...
The job of a worker bee changes as she gets older. When a worker bee emerges from the pupa stage as an adult, her first job is to clean the cell from which she hatched. For the first couple of days of her adult life, she stays in the cleaner role, making room for other eggs to be laid. After 3 days, she turns into a nurse role, feeding and caring for the baby bees in the larva stage. When she is about 9 days old, she becomes a builder. She can produce wax that is used to build honeycomb and seal the caps and capsules. Days 19 to 22, she becomes a guard. She is stationed at the hive entrance and protects the colony from invaders. On day 23, she becomes a forager. She searches for pollen and nectar and gathers it, bringing it back to the hive. She also communicates with other foragers to share information about the best spots. Worker bees also remove dead bees from the hive and work together to control the temperature or cure the honey. During the spring and summer, worker bees live only about 6 weeks because of the busy workload. In the fall and winter, they can live for 5 months or more. A typical breakdown of a bee colony is 1 queen, 300 drones, 50,000 worker bees, and 35,000 baby bees in the egg, larva, or pupa stage. To recap the highlights, there are 3 kinds of adult bees: the queen, the drones, and the worker bees. Size-wise, the queen is the biggest. The workers are the smallest. And the drones are in between. Their jobs are: the queen lays eggs, the drones mate with the queen. The workers, well, they do everything else. Typical lifespan: the queen lives 2 to 3 years. The drone lives up to 8 weeks. Workers live 5 weeks to 5 months, depending on the time of the year. For stinging ability, the queen can sting multiple times, but usually only stings rival queens. The drones cannot sting at all, and the workers can only sting once because they die after they sting. But don't be scared of bees. They don't like to sting, and they do all kinds of wonderful things for us, like make honey and pollinate our crops and flowers. Want to learn more about bees and how to help them? Check out my future bee videos. And check out Sweet Stingers for their bee products, class opportunities, and hive management services. See this video description for links. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.